Pay attention, son. This is for your own good.
We all know the catchphrase, spring ahead, fall back, for setting our clocks ahead 1 hour for daylight savings time in the spring and back an hour when we return to standard time in the fall. But what else do you know about this clock adjustment stuff? Here's some background. In England and the UK, people make the switch to what they call summertime. In Germany, it's known as Sommerzeit. But the purpose behind the practice of moving clocks forward and back 1 hour is to take advantage, economic and otherwise, of having more sunlight time in the evening when we're awake and less in the morning when we're asleep. It's good for business as well as personal productivity. Now, if you think daylight savings time is yet another ingenious American invention that has impacted the entire world, you're wrong on two accounts. First, daylight savings time is not an American idea. It was proposed in 1895 by a New Zealand insect collector named George Hudson, who wanted more time to scrounge for bugs. 21 years later, in 1916, Germany and the Austro-Hungarian Empire were the first to adopt it as a way to conserve coal during World War I. Other nations liked the idea and began adjusting their clocks as well, including America in 1918. But after the war and the need for coal rationing, the practice was given up since it wasn't very popular. President Franklin Roosevelt reinstituted it during World War II from 1942 to 1945, when the nation went on what we called wartime. By 1962, transportation industries that needed uniform times for scheduling pushed for federal regulation. The result was the Uniform Time Act of 1966, which took effect the following year. It established time zones across the country and set the dates for turning clocks forward, the second Sunday in March, and backwards, the first Sunday in November. Also, contrary to what you may think, most of the world doesn't tinker with their time clocks to save an hour twice a year. North Americans, Western Europeans, and some people in South America and Australia do it, but the folks over in China, Russia, India, Africa, and most of South America don't bother. By the way, per the Uniform Time Act of 1966, states were allowed to exempt themselves from daylight savings time as long as the entire state did so. At present, the only two states opting out of daylight savings time are Arizona and Hawaii. Since California isn't on the list, be sure to turn your clock forward 1 hour on Sunday, March 9th. I'm the Transit TV teacher, Justin Vyor.